Okay, I was supposed to pull a card from each deck, and Aries was like, no, it's my season, bitch. I want my whole story out there. Okay, so there is a couple here, definitely in a relationship and has been off and on in a relationship. So if you are single, Aries, just sit down for a second, because this is leading into what you can expect for April, right? So this is for somebody is currently single, was just in a relationship off and on, or is in a current relationship that is a little off and on. There is the idea that it is a heterosexual relationship just based off of the energy, but it does not have to be. Open to all interpretations in all relationship styles. What it is looking like is there was someone who invested a whole lot into their career, into their work energy, and in the month of April it's going to pay off. It's going to pay off either with like a bonus, it's going to pay off with like all that overtime money. It's definitely paying off in currency, but it was at the cost of the connection, at the cost of the emotional stability within the two people. So there's a full circle moment happening in April, but I can't get to that part until we start with where we currently are, so you understand why it's a full circle moment. So we definitely have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups in reverse, which it was a lack of passion and a lack of love due to this schedule. I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, and this person, so the feminine energy got very frustrated with the lack of effort or the lack of consistency showing up in the connection, bottom of the deck, King of Swords. And so why I said it's going to come back full circle is that these two people could not be talking or could be in conflict over the fact that there was this disconnect. And this person usually runs from accountability, runs from expressing themselves. However, he's coming up as a King of Swords upright, compared to where it was like running to someone else and complaining about how, well, they didn't understand the pressure on me, they hurt me, instead of not seeing where they weren't pouring into the connection the way that they were in the beginning anymore. So it was two different people, right, that was going on. And it doesn't have to be that there was cheating or third party or any of that kind of stuff. It just means that they went to someone else other than the person that they should have been talking to about the issues they were having, and they were using it as a way to blame that person for their also lack of effort. And it wasn't just that it was the lack of effort. When you have this one, making a list, ignoring the list, this says that there was communication back and forth in the relationship. There was some kind of consistency, and then stopped putting the effort in, knew what the tasks were, just didn't do the tasks, started avoiding it, started shutting down, and then would be guilt tripping, going back and forth. And that just led to the emotional breakdown of the original relationship. So they go to someone else to claim how this person doesn't understand them when they're trying to say, right, and the feminine's the one that had enough with the shots fired straight to the heart. It's like, I've had enough of this. I've had enough of the inconsistencies. I've had enough of you prioritizing resources, prioritizing currency, prioritizing other things. I needed, right, with the sweethearts and the Ace of Cups and Wands in reverse, I needed you to be passionate about how I feel, passionate about what I desire, passionate about blending our two worlds together. And you were only passionate about making the money, and that was the only job, that was the only resource. All you cared about was saying, I provided it, that should be enough, that should be happy. But it wasn't, especially when there was conversations, things put on the schedule, and then it'd come and go and nothing ever else got done. So what does that mean for the month of April with the same exact cards? It means that this person understands where they were imbalanced before. They got information about themselves, or they saw themselves in a way they didn't like anymore. They saw that their energy and their lack of passion wasn't just to the relationship. It became where they didn't really even like the same hobbies that they used to like anymore. They didn't even like to go to the same places that they were supposed to go anymore. And so they're going to come in and they're going to kind of tell you where they had lost themselves in this energy. and how they thought that provision, that providing, that creating that sustainable foundation with the money like that, they thought that would make them happy and make their partner happy or make you happy. And they're going to say, I understand how abundant you are and how much this emotion thing matters to you. So I'm new to it, right? This is brand new starts. I'm new to it. I'm new to expressing my truth. I'm new to making you unhappy. Like, I'd rather avoid you than make you unhappy, but I'm new to it. But I'm going to be here, and I'm going to try, and I'm going to sit with it, and I'm going to grow through it if you'll give me that shot. So April is bringing for Aries a shot of reconciliation if you want one, a shot of clarity if you're already in the relationship and you feel like they're not listening, you feel like they're not coming. That shot of clarity and truth is coming, that they do see it, but they need help. And then it also has you sitting on Empress energy and sitting in resources. So April is bringing some kind of resource, financial abundance to you, foundational abundance to you. Foundational abundance can be new house, new car, could just be a new raise, new position, chunk of money for sure. There's going to be an overwhelming list of things to accomplish. So if you have a 9 to 5 that you check in at, you're going to feel like your personal life is falling behind in April. So just make sure that you go ahead and set some schedules and set some things ahead of time. If you know what kind of groceries you want, go ahead and get those, like a list ready, so that you can do whatever you can to be your future friend now. While you can, do that, because it does feel like the workload's going to be increasing. Shots fired to the heart and had enough. While it does explain the past, coming into the form of Aries for April, it does feel like there is going to be some truths or some shots that were fired in the past, and it's going to hurt now. Let it hurt now. It doesn't mean that you're weak. It doesn't mean that you want to reconcile necessarily, but being able to get the truth, see the truth, and integrate that truth, being able to understand, like, okay, that was what was said. If you ignore that pain, then you're going to give them excuses as to, well, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't, I would have said that when I was mad too. And that's not going to be healthy for this, whatever's coming. Like, the truths, it's not necessarily the person coming back's truths. There's other truths attached. There's a lot of casings on the ground. So it wasn't just one shot, and it wasn't just one person. So you may find some truths out about close friend, close family member, and it may not feel good. It may feel like, you can find out the gossip, and that really hurts you. I'm not seeing any death cards, all new beginnings, but with it being bullet casings, bullets aren't usually there to cuddle with you, so. Also in the sweetheart division, if you are single, so my single Aries, step in. There is a yes person here, someone who isn't like this other person. They're very much if I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And you could be hesitant to want to go on a date, want to go to coffee, want to have a conversation with them. And this is saying it's a yes. It's a yes because even if you don't want to get romantic, it'll be so refreshing having someone who actually commits to their word and who is present, being able to spend time with them. I don't see you seeing them in April. Again, I feel like you're going to be so busy that it may be where you start talking and it's like you're texting, or they could be at like a distance, or you could be, it may be May before you actually see them and hang out with them. But if you have been offered to go out, try to fit it in your schedule to go. Just don't get overwhelmed. All right, that's what I see for my Aries.